Well, I've been trying to get this done for a couple of years. I've been distracted by other stuff, but this is a '04 Colorado. When I bought it, it had a different frame underneath it with a bunch of air ride stuff that was all. It just needed a lot of work to fix, and I've dealt with air ride before, and I just didn't feel like dealing with it again. I got another frame. I was hoping it was a two-wheel drive frame. It wasn't. When I drove 8 hours one direction to go get it, but the price was cheap, so I bought it and dragged it home. But I took the diff out. Because I'm not using the four-wheel drive, and I figured the big block I'm putting in it will definitely lower the front. I've got a lowering kit I bought for my other Colorado. I'll probably end up using the blocks out of it to lower the back of this, and for now I got to deal with this bed for now until I find one that's reasonable price and it's the right color, so I don't have to repaint it. But there's so much stuff I've already had to fix. So the taillight harness that runs all the way up to the front and has a nice plug that you can unplug it a foot from the plug. So here's the plug right there. Foot from the plug, they cut it right here. So luckily the other one had the harness on it, but I had to swap it. They cut one of the wheel wells out, which is not really a big deal to me, but I may try to get another one just to keep it from throwing dirt and crap everywhere. I don't know. It'll probably be after I get the motor in it. Been pretty busy today. I got to get the mock-up. So I got a big block, 4L80E. This motor was hurt, so I took all the guts out of it to use it for mocking up my mounts and stuff. That's actually the motor that's going to go in it. Is a 05 8.1 liter 496. I've already test ran it on my test stand. Made sure it had a good old oil pressure and everything. I actually fixed something that was wrong with it. I bought the truck that came with that, and then recently I sold the truck, and the guy didn't want the engine because he wanted to put a diesel in it. I said, well, perfect. I want to keep the engine, so. And I kept the Allison 2200 that's kind of buried under that crap. But I'm going to get, tomorrow I'm going to just cutting and fixing and other maintenance stuff. When I bought the truck, 2 of the regulators were broken. I got all the windows working now. I've got some other minor stuff I got to do just to fix stuff. But tomorrow I'm going to, the LS swap guys who've swapped these before know about it. You got to trim these metal towers. They hit everything, I guess. So I'm going to trim those first. I'm going to set the motor in here. I haven't decided. They make some LS mounts for these frames, but I don't feel like spending the $200. I'm not going to make it myself. And I think they'll be a little different. I know at least one of the bolt holes is different. I bought these originally a couple of years ago because I was just going to weld something onto them, but they don't even fit without hitting. I don't know what these are for. They hit all kinds of stuff on my block, so I don't really know if butchering these up. I'll probably just resell them to somebody that needs for LS swap. But tomorrow I'm going to trim, get the transmission underneath it. I've got one thing that did come with the airframe was the Low Pro transmission mount. So I've got that already. So I'm going to get the tranny mocked up. I think the drive shaft I spent a ton of money on a couple of years ago will fit this as well. So I think I've got like 99% of everything to put it together just out of the junk I've got laying around here. So I've already made a 3.5-inch exhaust. So I'll probably get busy with that. But needless to say, I will do the trimming tomorrow. I'll film some of the stuff, keep you updated. The hardest part is on these, everything runs through the BCM, mileage, everything. It's really goofy. It's drive-by-wire. These come with P12 PCMs. They look like an E38, but they're not an E38. I've got it laying here out of this truck. It's one of these. I've already read it out once. I'll probably end up put the stock PCM back in, probably use a stock temp sender and the oil pressure thing, and some of the other wires just to make the truck think everything's working. I probably have to run, what I'll end up doing is I've got an 0411 PCM and a drive-by-wire throttle body and harness and everything for 02, I think is what I got out of. My brother wrecked this truck and I kept all the stuff that we didn't use. The V8, his other truck that he bought, it was a V6. But anyways, I will probably do that standalone and then just have a couple of the wires for the stock shit run it. I live somewhere where I don't have to worry about emissions and stuff, so it's not too big of a deal. But hopefully by the end of the month I'll have this running. I want to get the AC working and everything else. Unfortunately, I'm not the first person to do this. There's about I want to say there's 3 other ones that I know of. There's an Extreme. He did a 8.1 Allison swap with a turbo. Beautiful truck. I don't know if I would have done it with Extreme, but so I know there's another one that's like a drag race setup. He's got a rear mount turbo. I don't know if he ever got it done. And then there's another one that's like a I'm not a 4-wheel drive person, so you have to bear with me. Ones with their lifted, with the long suspension, long travel suspension and everything. So I got beat to the punch on that, but I'm just going to put like a basic 8.1 in it with a tune, and it'll be much better than the 2.8 and the 4 and the 5 cylinder it came in them, because that has the 4 cylinder. It sounds like a Honda and it's even slower. So, but I've been needing a crew cab. My family flew in from Florida and I had to drive the van, so I don't mind driving the van, but you know, it would be nice to just have a little pickup that seats 4, gets out of its own way. So I'll keep you posted and post more progress as I go, and all the trials and tribulations, because these are a pain in the butt to swap, unlike a lot of other stuff. If you want everything to work, I want AC and everything to work. I live in Arizona, so I kind of need, I like the cruise to work. I live out in the sticks, so everywhere I go is, you know, a decent drive, and it's nice to set the cruise and go. But that's enough rambling for today. I'll post progress as I go along.